I know y'all's crystal resources are looking kinda grim. We had Kenshin, Super Saiyan God Valerie, Saitama, and now Verzard, or his global name, Verzard. We'll still be calling him Verzard for the remainder of this channel, by the way. This character is very weird because I see a lot of people really enjoy how this character plays, and then I see other people just completely forget he exists, which I don't really see why, because he has a lot going on in this kit that kind of everyone loves. You know that he has a DR buff, but his DR buff is very unique. If you're able to inflict 3 bleeds, I know he's a bleed character, you're able to get 30% DR for your entire team. But since it is a passive effect, it works with all active DR effects. So if you have Verzard and Saitama on the same team, they will be able to stack DR. Or in his case, since he's mono fire, if you have him on the team with Valentine's Priscilla, they can stack DR together, which also means he synergizes really well with the other mono fire leads that have passive DR buffs. This is pretty much the big buff that he gets from his bleeds and kind of the only buff. He doesn't get anything at level 1 or level 2 from what I can tell, but that's probably because all of his bleeds stack his super art. The more bleeds you have on the enemy, the more fire res down you're able to apply. His true art's going to help him a bit because it's going to give him attack and crit rate, which synergizes really well with his skill. Because if you crit with your skill, everyone on your team gets 25 arc gauge. And lastly, if you're in the mines or wherever, and you're able to fight a lot of mobs before you get to the boss stage, every mob you kill, you buff up Verzard's damage by 60%, and this thing caps out at 300. For me, I think this character is going to work really well anytime that you just need another DR buff. If you're already using active DR characters, throwing Verzard on the team just to provide you that extra bit of DR once you hit 3 stacks of bleed is very good. And also, I know some of you maybe say OP, but you have to use his art 3 times to hit that bleed stack. Technically, no. If you're able to use his art once, and then if you have his true weapon on him, which is True Deep Blood, that will give you 2 bleeds right out the gate. And then if you consider using Dark Haruto's true weapon, you can get another bleed like that. So that will allow you to use 1 art and then both your equips, and you would instantly be at 3 bleeds pretty much right out the gate. Using him with the other 3 top tier fire characters is going to massively help that team because you already have so much innate DR. So you're able to have, what is it, 75% DR passively on top of the 30% DR that Valentine's Priscilla is providing. And granted, that team's not even using a single defense slot. That's pretty good to me. I know all this sounds really good, but I do think there's some restrictions or some limits to this character. This character doesn't provide any other defensive buffs apart from just that DR buff. So unfortunately, he's not going to be able to solo tank a lot of the things in the game. Definitely a very strong character, but don't think that he is going to be the one that will hard carry you like a Shiro Emiya. Just think of Verzard more as this crazy sub-attacker that has a little bit of DR to help you out. Now, you guys all know, should you spend your crystals or should you not? Well, I don't know if you guys have seen this banner, but god damn. You always know the banner is god-awful when you see Kokiri on it. Dark Haruto does get a pretty strong Dream Awakening later on down the line, but I also don't think that you should just be spending your crystals trying to get Dark Heart here. If anything, crystal-wise, I wouldn't even say it's worth a free multi, unless you're new, and even then, like, new players aren't going to benefit from pretty much anyone except maybe Verzard, and that's only if you have some kind of arch generers, which really sucks because if you didn't start during Kenshin, there really hasn't been any arch generers in the game for you to pick up apart from just like the basic ones. If you have arch generers and you're brand new, you could try to do a multi-summon on this banner, see if you can get Verzard. He's going to help you out. He's going to give you more DR, never a bad thing. If you're not new and you're more of an intermediate or veteran player, I think this banner is easily safe to skip, or if anything, just use your Alch summon on it. If you don't want to use your Alch because you don't know who's coming next, the next characters to release should be Sword God Luan, Platina, and then finally Orvale. So if any of those characters sound appealing to you, maybe save your Alch summons for those units instead. And ladies and gentlemen, as for me, your boy is not summoning on this banner. But hey, you guys let me know down below in the comment section. Are you guys going to be summoning for Verzard? Are you hoping to get him? Are you just skipping him, saving for whatever's coming next? I know we have a lot of stuff on the horizon between all of the story characters I just mentioned, plus you have Magical Index coming out more than likely within the next 2 to 3 months. So we'll have to see, you know, what happens on the global scene. Also, we still have to get Summer Rivi and Summer Rosetta. I don't know where they're at, but they are nowhere to be found. Either way, though, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been your boy P. If you enjoyed this video, have a check out these videos popping on the screen right now. Great content. Guarantee you love them. Oh, and one more thing before you leave, don't forget to drink water.